Good thing you said that when you did, right? No, I just today is nuts. All right, they don't do the paper copy, do they? Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Why is that just supposed to move around?
All right, what part of Texas are you from?
Austin, just outside of Austin. Austin. It would be like telling people we're from Lake Stevens, right? Nobody has a clue where Lake Stevens is. So you got to say the closest big city. Why don't you not move? Okay, there it goes.
Go to that restaurant that sits up above over the lake.
The Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great restaurant.
Yeah, it is.
The guy that owns it, super flamboyant. He's an interesting guy. He's fun to talk to, though. He's the guy, the kind of restaurant guy that walks around and talks to everybody.
Yeah,
So
sure, I met him.
really cool.
We used to go there when I was in Austin lobby.
Actually, oh, that reminds me. I'm not gonna be here next Friday. Yeah. See you. Well,
Well, here comes Lance, you can ask him.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, how are you doing? You know, he's gonna get the best dressed award as a new member. He's the only one that wears some tie in a suit. How much?
Yeah, I remember you from last year. That's looking forward to the.
They're $8 a bunch. Choose which ones you want.
I'll take the scoop first to read.
Hey, Lance, are you down for
It is right.
no next Friday? This Friday, not today. Stop sign.
You can do one of those, you know.
But it's a good question to ask me. Yes, I am.
You run the meeting for me?
Sure.
So I also had a suggestion since some of the board. I want us to get rid of this. And I want to replace it with one of those ones that are pull up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is, not only is this a pain.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't go anywhere with us.
We used to have, one of those pull-up things that was just rotary, and it was a QR code.
Yeah, it's in that little locker.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Why don't you just tell Rand to order one?
One of those pop-up ones?
Yeah, just
So
because,
pull-up one?
yeah, of course, well, it's just a. It's all crooked, the whole everything else. It's just constantly kind of fighting to. Well, it's just one of those things. For $100. All right, this is an early, let's give money right now. Well, you're gonna be a superstar. Then you're a superstar. I called Mike.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Okay.
Oh. You got the, are you? Oh, no. When you want to just do the short version on the log, you just do RUA. No. But you got to. Okay, and Erin is, she probably, did her own account, and we just used her code.
Anything specific next week?
No. Well. And it's like, you know, start with, the work on this house in order. No, this is the, I hate getting on chairs. Right, that's it. Need a spotter. It's so funny how Ron, he
You know,
gets,
you could do the same thing for that one too.
we should, to be honest with you, it just turns into kind of a pain.
Yeah.
You know what I
can see
mean?
that.
Especially if you fall.
Well, that's our insurance doesn't pay for that, so.
I'm sure the district. He's gonna,
They're gonna be like,
Ron's gonna come up and
well,
adjust.
so a lot of times I leave it like that.
Yeah.
So I want to, you know what I want to do is get him a level. I want to buy a level. I just have it in here for him. Yeah, yeah. So what do you think, Ron? Say- Alright. Mm-mm-mm. I'm good. I mean, I'm glad that we got the five of us.
Yeah.
There's none of that concern.
Earlier in the day on the board meeting, I sent her feedback evaluations, so
Mhm.
because she said you're gonna share that with the rest of the class, so I should probably just
Oh,
send it
yeah.
out to everyone.
Yeah.
Because it was just people that were here that.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. But no, I mean, you pretty much have my name.
Yeah.
And whatever.
You know, that they told us, and I'm sure you went through the same thing, that sometimes tension is a good thing. Move things forward.
Well, that's exactly. 2 years ago, the town I was 2 years ago. Well, who knows? Clubs of the- It's sort of, listen, he was like, start talking about it. He goes, "Really?" Tom, I agree.
Yeah.
Today, I do not.
I mean,
That's
that's
not-
three people.
Yeah. Right. See, if we have three,
Yeah.
I'd rather use the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just, yeah, and for facility.
I mean, she should join. Place over there, there's 25.
She moved here, she lives in Lake, she bought a house,
Oh,
but. They don't have to.
our long bar.
It's just,
It's not good.
I mean. If they are, we'll just.
Definitely got a good spring.
Right, oh, yeah. You're not wearing a heavy butter. And I used the whole cheese. He said, I don't know how to be the opposite. I was like, you're a bad trait.
I love being able to do rotary things and just to plant bushes, you know, and not to make decisions that day.
Love the idea. Not probably be the one. It's just, I show up, so I get to do X. I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. It's much. And you don't know how to step back. If something's messed up and you've seen how to fix it, then you step in and say, hey, what about this idea? You step back after a while. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Some people, we can't do that.
Well, good job.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
I got some. I'll put it up.
Oh, we got that today.
All right. That's it. Did you? We're all there.
I grew up. Younger, you guys are
Too.
Feel free to come.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably right.
Oh, you.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I got some pretty fun stuff. You and I know most of this stuff.
We're doing COVID testing and it's an example of what it used to look like out in space.
Like everything's back here.
Oh, there you go.
No, it was like this when we came in and I didn't want to mess it up because I thought this must be this way for a reason. So, and I don't know. Could be a test. Maybe they were doing some kind of testing. Gary thought. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, but it'll give you an idea of people's like perspective on things, right? Where they're sitting. It almost reminds you of watching back when you were in school and you'd walk in a room. Who's that where?
Well, you want to be part of like.
Or you want to be in the clique, right? And that's the one thing that I think is good is there's not a whole lot of cliques in our group, right? There's not like I don't think so. Personally, I don't. Now I think there are some people that are friendlier than others with each other, sure, but not to where they'll block anybody or lock anybody out. But that sometimes that like the chamber stuff, you have to draw a marble with a number on it. And yep. That's kind of good because it gives you possibly somebody new to sit with.
So when we go to events together, bankers will buy a table or something, we always sit one and each individual.
That's a good idea.
Then you all get to meet different people.
Right.
You're not just with your.
Well, it's also nope. And they tell you if you want, if you want to grow in anything, be in.
It's not uncomfortable. So,
Meeting people, sitting with people. If I'm in an insurance thing and I'm talking to as many people in the world about insurance, this kind of stuff, I dislike 100%. Just not my thing. Because I'm not an authority on what I'm talking about. That's something I have it intimidates me, I guess. But I need to change that. That's something about myself I don't like.
just an authority to be in a bank. When you go ahead and be in a bank.
That's a good.
Because I've been one for 31 years. I don't know how else to be in it.
Jeez. That's a long time. We're gonna get on.
I can say I know how to be a hunter, but not one. I don't know.
Which are you better at? What is that?
Good question.
I didn't give him moment, right? I mean,
Very, so I don't know.
there you go. You're doing something right. Did it throw you off or something? Oh, you got our left. You got our lefts, huh?
Yeah, I love guy. It's funny, I started to. I don't read too much. I just like, and it was called, Family Rock. Probably couldn't start with you. Oh, well. I found out my water now. So yeah, really enjoyed that. I had actually paid for the certain
For 2 meters.
Why?
Bad idea. Yeah. I know, I don't understand why it's picking on me. I should pick your house. Am I? Yeah. So I do a little dance. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Follow the voices. Team does that. Go to.
Yeah.
Good. No, it's always.
It is? Hey, Kendra, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Awesome, thank you.
Morning, Rotarians, yes. Well, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Rotary four-way test. Things you think, say, or do. First.
Is it?
Second.
Is it there at all? Is it what?
All right, good morning and welcome to Friday. Everybody made it for the most important thing of their week, which is our meeting. So the number one song on April 10th of 2010. This music gets worse and worse as we go. And
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah, but.
No. It's probably just that. It's Rude Boy by Rihanna. I can say I don't think I've ever heard this song before. Yep. And then the number one movie? Anybody want to guess the number one movie?
What year?
2010, April 10th.
55.
Should be right. No, Clash of the Titans.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, we all remember that movie real well.
Yeah. So visitors, we technically only have one visitor now because we have a new member, but we'll.
Yeah.
And the reason I said it like that was because, well, I said it kind of like that because I mentioned the application process last time. And lo and behold, they sent one over, Fellowship hasn't sent one to us yet. It's probably on them, I'm sure. So we'll work that out. No, I'm just kidding. It's great to have you again. And our speaker today is going to be Dr. I don't even know, Anshu Chandra, and it's with the Haiti Eye Clinic. She's the director there of Global Eye Project. So, also, Danita, we've got our flower, the flower lady, and I don't know if that's rude to say or not, so,
It is.
okay. Slap it. Yeah.
Good morning, I'm Neil from the Rotary Club of Laconner. We sell our tulips every year, so yes, I'm the flower lady. On Thursdays, I deliver in town to the merchants, so I have my little cart. So I'm the tulip street walker in Laconner on Thursday.
Love you.
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
Hey, you coming here?
A bunch, they're 10 in a bunch, you may choose your colors. I can do cactus back. My square broke yesterday, unfortunately, I have to get a new one. And then two other things. Our auction is coming up August 29th at Maple Hall in Laconner from 5:30 to 9:30. $100 a ticket. We have great live and silent auction items, seafood and prime rib is catering the dinner. And then I'm also the district chair for Friendship Exchange. We don't have a team right now. Our last team was from Hungary. We had a great time when they were here. But we're looking to do an internal exchange within the district, just a short, maybe a weekend, Friday night, Saturday night. So I'll be sending out a flyer to all the clubs on both sides of the border, asking if any clubs are interested in doing that. If so, we'll give each side the list of the clubs that have signed up. You can pair up with a Canadian club if you wish. Find your own just little mini agenda, just get to know some of the other people in the district a little bit.
That's great.
Thank you so much for letting me come.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Make sure to get your flowers. Bye, bye, bye.
80, and here with Buckingham.
So you're not the only. Yes. I'm sure you're not the only. All right, so birthdays. Don Iverson on the 12th.
Yay!
Now, Don, is Club Runner wrong? Because I noticed the spouse's birthday
Is on the 12th.
is on the 12th as well.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure that wasn't a typo, and someone's trying to make me. So. So. Well, yeah, no, so out of curiosity, because I'm curious how that works. Is your birthday pretty much just forgotten and you just celebrate Eve? Because that's kind of, or is it you actually share the birthday?
Well, we actually share.
Wow, I'm surprised she's been married. I'm just put her all in, you know what I mean? So, okay, but I literally thought that was a typo. So, and then the other birthday on 4/14 is Sam Lowe. Sam Lowe. And you people that aren't married need to get married because we have no anniversaries. But we do have a Rotary anniversary, which is Alex Wells. 1 year on 4/16. So let's get in the reports. Treasurer? What you got? Yeah, that is you for now.
The summaries that I do with the board every month, and so if anybody feels it's not or looking at numbers, but not that.
Riveting.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Summary, so we have two organizations, right? We've got the club, and then we have our foundation, our charitable organization. So the club has just shy of $9,000 in the checking account, so we're doing good, but we can pay our bill. We have an investment account, according to all our investment accounts, but they're full of money. They're okay. Our investment is 14,000. Our foundation has just shy of 50,000 in it, which thank goodness, because it is scholarships. So the money will be going out. Other than that, all the endowments are looking good and the bills are getting paid. So thanks, everybody.
Nice. Money. And thanks.
All right. In honor of our dear friend Brett, who's moving to Idaho,
I have put together some Idaho trivia for us all today. Smarties for people who get the right answer. So the way that I thought we could do this is maybe give Brett 2 seconds. 2 seconds only to answer the question. And then the rest of you kick in. So Brett and I were talking this morning, and I remember in Idaho, fourth or fifth grade.
I thought it was 50, that was 4, probably, right.
It's a required class in elementary school to go through Idaho history. So, so Greg, you and I probably know a fair amount about Idaho, so this might be for the rest of the club to learn a little bit. But anybody else roots in Idaho? Okay. There's a question about that. All right. So what comes to mind when you guys think about it? What else? So what?
Silver.
Okay.
Actually, silver mines.
Silver mines. Good, good. That's a pretty good cross section. That's great. So timber. The timber guy.
Yeah, my answer back here, say again, Lori.
Lord Greeley makes a club from Polish.
Yeah. All right. So some questions. Why, Brett, why is Idaho known as the gem state?
It has lots of gems.
All right. There's 72 types of precious stones, including star garnets, which is what Idaho is known. A 20-carat diamond was discovered near McCall, Idaho. And Idaho has the largest silver mines in the United States.
Yeah.
Okay, state bird.
I want to say the meadowlark, but I don't think that's right.
Anybody else? Idaho state bird. No.
Sparrow.
Mountain bluebird.
Yeah, it's close enough.
All right, Idaho state tree. It is a pine. No, it's a white pine. Gary? State fruit.
Potato.
Huckleberry. All right. Okay, history. Which Idaho native helped escort Lewis and Clark through North Idaho in 1805? You knew that one from Idaho history, didn't you? How about the oldest standing building in Idaho?
The Polo Mission.
Oh, nice.
Did you know that one?
I did.
The Cataldo Mission was built in 1850 to 1853 using no nails. So all joinery. I remember
And we had to go there and
we did too with Idaho history. All right. What is the native evergreen that sheds needles in the winter? No? No?
Fruits.
Have you ever seen a pine tree that turns yellow and loses its? Who said tamarack? You got it. Tamarack or larch?
that makes sense. And I-
Okay, just a few fun facts. World's first alpine ski resort and chairlift was in Sun Valley, Idaho. First nuclear power plant
Yeah, IDL.
in Arco in 1953 provides the city with power.
It was also the invention place I think it was Arco, the TV.
The TV was invented by a person who lived in Idaho at the time. Philo T. Farnsworth, he was from Rigby.
Rigby, right around the corner.
Hot springs, there's over 300 in the state. I've been to quite a few, not quite 300, but interesting, geothermal heat heats the Capitol building in Boise.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, fun one. Name of the person who attempted to jump the Snake River Canyon in 1971. All right, you're first. And how about the most famous film made in Idaho? Yeah.
What is it?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Friends in Idaho, my dad grew up there.
All right, I'm not gonna ask the Smurf turf question because it already came up, but who is the most famous football star from Idaho? Uh-huh.
Greg Erickson, he's a real estate agent.
Jerry Kramer. I don't know. You know? Okay, good.
Wait for the mic.
All right, I'm gonna move on. How do you spell Coeur d'Alene? Anyone? Anyone? You wanna try?
ER space, EE space LA. Any?
No, it's just one D in the middle.
Oh, there's just one.
Yeah, and ALENE. And that is French for a sharp pointed tool. All right, largest potato producer, 1/3 of the nation's production, but what other agricultural product does Idaho produce 90% of our nation's? Beets? Nope.
Cranberries.
Nope.
Huckleberries.
Nope. Lentils. 90%, it said. All right, well, I think that's enough. I want to respect time for the speaker. But good luck in Idaho, and it was kind of fun to go through and put these together. Thank you.
All right, Gary, Secretary's report.
Next meeting of, the board will be on, May 13th. At Sherwood Community Services, I assume. And we will have a board retreat on May 30th. Out at Christine's house. From, I forget, 9 to 3 or 10 to 3, somewhere around 3, something like that. 3 of us are going to the district assembly tomorrow because someone didn't go get their driver's license. We won't mention any names. You really didn't do it yet?
No, I didn't go yesterday and Saturday. I just ended up with more stuff on it. What's that?
Should you be dragged?
I have my regular, it's just that stupid enhancement, and if you wanna put on your tinfoil hat and go talk to my son on why you shouldn't get an enhanced license, that'll be an interesting conversation for you to have. So, yeah, no.
They've asked us to come forward with a list of projects to be able to do at the assembly, and Christine said, why don't we do Aaron's badge project? So we're gonna pick Aaron's badge project up and share it with whomever else is gonna listen to us. Yeah. And we have a new member. Alex has been to 2 meetings and he was officially approved. Go ahead and say your last name because I'm gonna murder it.
My last name is pronounced Scheller, like a seashell with the ER at the end. Scheller. That's the same.
We have to do something about the tide. So you know. Some people have. Really?
Drink me up.
He is going to get the best dressed award probably.
By far.
That's it.
All right, let's see, club services, Eileen?
Yeah, so we have a after hours event coming up at Dwellers Drinkery on the 22nd of this month. And instead of being in the sunroom, which is at the front of the building, it's actually gonna be behind the bar. I know that Chris likes that area. Yeah, so they're gonna, 4:30 to 6:30, so come if you can. If you can only come for a few minutes, come for a few minutes. If you want to stay a little longer, they have all kinds of beverages, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, so plenty for everybody. It's always a good time. There's such great hosts. Also, if you have anybody knows anybody who needs a card, please let me know. I try to get those out promptly. And that's all I have.
Did we get a card that?
Yes, it's already done. Christine I wasn't here last week, so Christine, right after the meeting, sent me a text, but out it went.
And, to piggyback on Dwellers, on 14th, which is next Tuesday, if you want us to get more Rotary, we're doing a fireside at the, Lake Stevens Brewery, so go to that too. Go to them all, see everybody, be friendly, The more you like each other, the more you're gonna want to support each other on projects when we're out there digging a ditch or picking up trash on the side of the road. Foundation, Bob?
Well, we, managed to coordinate the Rotary Foundation website list of people that made contributions this year with Lori's, and it's about 12 people that we're gonna track down and get some money out of. Then the rent here is gonna help me, and then, and then on getting $100 per period average. Got a little work to do it, but we'll make it.
When Guido comes next, if you.
Right here. He's deceptive, but he's not.
It's the muscle, right?
Yeah.
You know, he'll just get you in a plane and then drop it down. It's gonna pay online and pull it out of it.
Come out in the sun.
Exactly. So when I joined, as soon as we came out of COVID, Kyle and I were standing in the building. And Jim Hagan walks up, he was in charge of the foundation at the time. And he starts to explain the foundation. He goes, you know what, never mind. Look, just give an extra, I think he said $50 every time you pay your dues and you're good. And I was like, well, he goes, just do it. And he walked off and I'm like, what's your name? So I'm not necessarily saying that's the best way to handle it, you guys, but it was effective for Jim. But I think it's important to explain it. Because a lot of times, like, well, and we do need to have a new member organization because there's a lot of things that we do that you're gonna be like, and again, I will say this every time. I joined and we're having courts and kegs and everybody's like, bring a basket. And so I'm literally thinking, what am I supposed to fit in a stupid basket? How big? And then Chris comes walking in my office with a wheelbarrow and a shovel. And what his thing was gonna be doing mulch. And I'm like, that's not a basket. And he's like, it doesn't have to be a basket. So here I am playing a basket. So when you guys hear basket, don't believe anything they're saying. It's not a basket.
Think outside the basket.
Yeah, think outside. All right, Chris International.
So I have I always support the school down there from the IPA thing, and I have you guys are involved with that, a lot of folks are involved with that. A lot of people here donate, $125 for a 3-year stamp and everything, and then IPA, they go down there, anybody can go down there if you want to, they go down twice a year and help, do things to review things that are supposed to get done, so finally today, that's why I didn't take a shower. Wouldn't that to do? Microsoft didn't do it, so I had to go out to the big GPT in the sky and here's the envelopes, here's the letters, I recopied the letters and here's the interpretation, which happened in a second, once I got to the right place. So I'm gonna pass that around you guys.
Honest to a fault, huh, Chris?
True or false? What?
Honest to a fault. Some things are left better unsaid.
You're very good.
Coming from Brian.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm like a gumball machine. You just don't know what you're gonna get. So membership, even though
Thank
Gary
you.
stole your thunder,
Did
so,
steal my thunder.
right.
I wanted to welcome Alex. Thank you so much for joining our club, and we really look forward to having you join us in all of our escapades and club tours. So, thank you.
Kendra, do you have anything for programs by chance?
I don't have any like major updates or anything, but I was wondering, Brian, did you get the email I sent this morning? Because I have been on vacation all week, so I purposely wasn't checking email. And then this morning, our speaker who's joining via Zoom, so she should be logging on here soon. She's joining from New York and she had some videos that she was also going to play that she thought may like be better played from the home computer so there's no tech glitches.
Good luck with that. It's the wrong guy to ask to do that, but we got Don here, so I'm sure we can figure it out. Or Anthony, or a lot of other people. Well, thank you for that. No, I didn't check my email. I'm sorry. So.
Oh yeah, no big deal. So, but I don't know if we want the link to the videos are in there. I don't know if I should send it to someone else.
Were they sent to can you send it to secretary, to Gary's email, the secretary email?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I will go ahead and do that.
Okay, thank you. It's always a wrench, see, and everybody wonders why I want to throw that computer through the wall. That's it. Ron's not here to tell us jokes. Did Ron give anybody his jokes?
No.
Are you gonna put me on?
No, I'm not gonna put you on the list because it's fun to make you wave. Arguing my list anyway.
Community services, update. I'm just gonna tell like this, you can sign up to plant some trees tomorrow, so I have a sign up sheet right over here. 90 minutes tomorrow up in Marysville, yes, for it, thank you, that way. And you can get your planter badge. However, you can also earn the planter badge, if you just planting something at home, just show me a photo, because I want to see what you guys are up to. I've got badges here today.
And just so you guys know, Erin shared something. I'm gonna tell them what she shared with me. She shared with me how much it's gonna hurt her feelings if she doesn't get enough people signed up for her very first event that she's planning. I'm just, I know you didn't want me to say anything, but I'm going to. She said it's really gonna hurt, so let's get some more people.
Signed up then?
I am actually. And if I couldn't make it, I was gonna have my son go in my place. So yes, dear.
You want to be part of the kid club? Because, yeah, I did a GP around here, Kyle. Ooh, Tony's gonna be there.
He has no choice.
Okay, all right. So no, Ron didn't give anybody his jokes,
Oh,
so he saved us. Thank you, Ron. All right.
or he's hoarding them.
Yeah, right. He wants to do 4 next time, right? All right, go ahead. Go ahead with our raffle.
To do our
Drawing.
round, have you pick the red ticket only, please, read the last 3 numbers loud.
815.
That's one. That's only half the battle, love.
Yeah.
I just gotta pick the winning ducks. $8, go ahead, sir. You go. OW, but you do have a consolation prize, sir. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody's a winner here today. I think we've only got a few minutes, so we'll make it quick on our happy bucks. So you, sir.
Yeah, I'll find myself for being late. I'm happy to be here. Got to go down to Universal and Knott's Berry Farm last weekend with the kiddo for spring break. So, good to come back to a little bit of sunshine.
Right with you.
I think I left it. But it stayed here while we were gone. So we'll just follow. Yeah.
Right.
Happy it's Friday.
Happy Friday, happy that everyone.
I need to Venmo, and I like Anthony, I need to account for my lateness today. I was a couple minutes late and I left my badge in the car, so I'm gonna double whammy myself. I know, and I'm really happy for the sunshine, so that's all I have.
I am happy it's Friday. We are literally under 30 days now. Countdown for We're excited. If you haven't bought your ticket, there's a few tickets left. You don't want to miss out. And I love how everybody's so excited about their hats and their shoes and their suits, because it is Derby inspired. So if you haven't bought your tickets, it's going to be a fun event and it supports a really good cause. That's Friday.
Excellent.
Beautiful weather, got out. Changing from cooking season to garden season, it's awesome.
Or you try to find a way to put the two together. Working. All right. Don, welcome back. Well, it's good to be back. Yeah. And, but my dad's at home, so we still like for that. Home here in Washington? Yes. So. All right.
Happy it's a sunny Friday.
Excellent.
Happy it's Friday.
You're a new member. Now are you happy?
I'm happy to be alive.
Excellent.
I'm happy to. Yeah. Either by street, or by in my yard.
Nice. All right. You happy my parents were testing? Excellent. Excellent. Did you fly? No.
Study my parents are leaving.
Happy to.
Sorry to say that.
If you talk and tell you to it.
That.
Okay, tomorrow I get to ride with 2 ladies to, the district assembly, so, they can, sit up front, back door safe.
And take your T-bird? Oh, no.
When does your top come off the T-bird? That's what I thought about. Better do that. It's time.
Over there, I'm happy and nervous.
Hmm.
We're excited for the Sherwood event, one of my most favorite events of the entire year.
Did you get your suit?
I got a seersucker suit.
Yes, oh, honey.
Stopped up my nervousness. Well, that pink and white striped seersucker suit.
Oh.
You gotta come to see that.
It's gonna be a sexy.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you have the same one though.
Oh, there you go.
Then you won't feel so bad, or maybe it'll draw more attention.
Or you can do a little nervous. I'll be honest, a little nervous. A little nervous.
That's right. And a lot of things on my plate. I'm working on personally, my extended family, so doing a lot of things. I took a day off. Met with some clients last night. I found a $20 bill in the street. Really? Nobody was here to claim it.
I was happy bucks, at the fire department board meeting last night. We honored, 3 people. One was it was in the Herald, a gentleman, delivery driver who came to a house, a big fire, big storm. Found an American flag laying in the yard. He folded it up like you do in the military, placed it on the porch, saluted it, and walked away. So we had him come with this guy. He brought about 10 family, extended family, and honored him for just patriotism. 12-year Army guy. And then we had our SNOCOM dispatcher honored for this month for being wonderful partners with dispatching both fire and police response units. I mean, they are critical people in getting to your place quickly. And the third person was our mayor. The fire chief presented him with his own fire helmet. And they have, because he gave short notice, we ordered him his own custom badge to put on the front. So we honored Brett last night. Really appreciated, again, our relationship, working relationship with the city. Yes, it's good. And we mentioned Rotary.
Maybe you have a new job waiting for you.
All right. We gotta start at the bottom.
You're probably. Just a good week for me, being my last week as an elected official. And, just spent the week, with staff, thanking them for all the great work that they do in the city and, just enjoying them. So it's a good week.
Let's see. I had my strongest quarter by far. Come out of the darkest of winter. Finally, it feels like. And if anybody has some cash for flowers, connect with me later so I can send some flowers.
Okay, walk around with that. You're not the only one.
Happy it's Friday. Before I retire.
So you've already heard your plans are bad, so you don't need to go tomorrow. Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna go on.
Oh, okay.
I like taking. So,
Are you happy?
always.
Excellent. Glad to hear
President.
It's happy it's Friday.
it. Kendra, are you happy? Working on our connection. All right.
I am happy. I'm happy it's sunny and it's Friday and yeah, we have the weekend.
Excellent. Well, I'm happy too. It's the end of the break week for students at school, but we still have to work this week, some of us anyway. So here we go, Mr. President.
Thank you. All right, well, we're gonna see if our speaker comes online. Does anybody want to talk for a little while till that happens? Anybody have anything going on that they want to mention to the greater good? Because our speaker's not on yet.
Yeah, it's about. So. Well, we saw some
stuff back and forth on social media. I want to thank Brett and the city council for saying that they're gonna support Aquafest and any kind of donation like they have for 57 years, so we're back online.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time, we made a little bit of money last year, and so I want to clarify, when we revenue $30,000, all that is just being a fee. We're raising up to $70,000, so it's not like profit, no one's getting paid, it's not doing much spending other than going back into Aquafest. We decided to reinvest a little bit of that money into a website, so I don't know if anybody's seen it, but Aquafest.com is completely awesome.
It looks great.
It is way over my head, Raquel and Cindy and Cross are working hard on going out, provided their list, they're gonna go up, they're knocking on doors with suppliers.
Lots of ships.
Sponsorships, you'll see some banners going up, some yard signs coming up, and just continue to look at the page, we've got some new things, we're doing a $50 boat race this year, sailboat race this year, which will be kind of fun. We're trying to build the page out for the boat break, which is our theme this year is American 250, right? So hopefully a whole bunch of flags and cool stuff. They'll register their boat or the picture, and then we'll put QR codes all around the city where people can watch the boats go by, scan the QR code, and vote for their favorite boat. And honestly, we're doing this because I think that's kind of a fun thing to get the community to interact a little bit more. And of course, when you build a web page, you take all that data. So we'll take your email address, and we have and your song applied into our newsletter. So we have a little newsletter that goes out now, probably about once a month or so. It'll probably speed up more so you can post it to Aquafest, but it's really kind of coming together on that side. We have weekly and sometimes twice a week meetings to get this thing going. It's a huge effort by this team. Once we're done with this website, next year, if we pull off Aquafest, it'll be substantially easier for all of us because it's now so modernized. We are going to recognize, if anybody knows Kim Daughtry, we are going to recognize Kim Daughtry. We got a little plaque there, a little class thank you award made for him because he's done Aquafest for 15 years and he's officially put his notice in for retirement. So if anybody wants to take on that massive task, we'd love some help. Do we believe you? He's pretty serious. He said it a bunch of times and he said that somebody take over this domain. I'm not paying for it anymore. I'm thinking, wow, he wants to move to Tennessee. So well, he does. But Aquafest next year could be a little bit different. I think we're gonna have a killer car show on Sunday. So if you guys like cars, Lance Dennis from Central Welding has been working his butt off up there. He'll have usually some food trucks and some other things up there. But last year, I think we had about 60 or so cars from vintage to hot rods to military. So that's on Sunday up at the check it up. We are gonna hoping that Dr. Templeton was here. I'm gonna try to see if I can convince her to let us to use Pilchuck for parking Friday, Saturday. I'll alleviate some of the parking. Hopefully we'll have a show at the senior center at Ebenezer Church again to help get people back and forth parking at high school.
And maybe stop at farms.
Yeah, hopefully maybe something with Stocker Farms might help out. See if we can maybe bring like some sort of tractor that they can shuttle people back and forth. A little tractor like you see on the farms. So we got some stuff that we're working through, but it'll be fun. So please come and see Aquafest. If you guys are interested in ticket pre-sale on the farm,
we can do YouTube here, can we?
And you save money.
Awesome. Thank you.
I've been trying to get a hold of the speaker just so everyone knows.
Hi,
and
I'm here.
oh,
She's here. I will tell you if the videos are on YouTube, is that correct?
Yeah, they are, but I can do my presentation if you guys are ready.
Because in this building we can't access YouTube.
That's fine. Did you download them ahead of time or no?
No, we didn't download them ahead of time. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I can try to play them at my end.
Okay.
You just let me know when you're ready for me, and I can.
We actually are ready for you anytime you're ready.
I am ready.
All right. We've shared the screen. I don't know anything else. Can you see the,
I can see. Can you see my screen?
No. I stopped sharing? No, I didn't.
You don't have to do anything. At this point, I am sharing, so you should be able to see my screen. Is it projecting up for you or no?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
And you can hear me, so I can go?
Go.
Perfect. My name is Anshu Chandra, and I'm an optometrist and actually a fellow Rotarian. And This child you see here, he's a 2-month-old baby that came to our clinic. He was brought in by his mom, who carried him on one arm, and while she had a bag in the other arm, and sat on the back of a motorcycle, totally unprotected, and crossed across of Haiti through unpaved roads, unpaved mountains to come to our clinic because the child was born with his eyes being white, and she came searching for help. And as we worked to figure out what this child has and tried some treatment options, she just slept outside our clinic for the several days it took us to figure what's going on. And out of her bag, she pulled out a stove and dry food and just started cooking right there. And and when she had to bathe, she would hand this child over to random strangers, not because she's careless, because she was desperate to get the child the care he needed. And she understands that life without vision is dependence, it's opportunities lost, and it affects your safety. And as females, it affects your safety. Is even you're at risk for being abused. So it's a very challenging situation. And my work in this started over 17 years ago of serving underserved communities. When I was graduating my residency, I took a little time to reflect on what was important to me. And I remembered a promise I had made before I left India that if I ever had a chance to make something of myself, I would not forget. So that promise took me back to India. I reached out to volunteer organizations and was connected to a doctor going to India. And I jumped to that opportunity and went to the Himalayas with her. And people like this lady had walked over 6 hours with her walking stick and were waiting in line. And this was our clinic. This was Veronica and I. And we had carried several uh, suitcases of equipment, glasses, medications, and people waited all day. I mean, and there were some really amazing moments helping a child see clearly for the first time. Kids don't know they're not seeing clearly. Their world's always been blurry and they don't know the difference. And when you put on a pair of glasses and a child can see, it's one of the most amazing things because they slow down and are just observing the world with so much attention. Or helping an elderly regain functionality. We take it for granted that we can go to the drugstore and get some reading glasses. That's not a luxury in all other places in the world. And it's a challenge to be able to even cook for yourself, to remove sticks and rocks out of your rice and beans. And to do some personal hygiene, even it can be challenging if you don't own a pair of reading glasses. And then there were some really challenging cases. There was a 40-some-year-old monk who sat in our chair and he said to us that he came because he heard there were doctors coming from America. And he told us his world had gone completely dark and asked if there was something we could do to help him see again. And I looked in the back of his eyes and my heart sank because he was completely blind from glaucoma in both of his eyes. And, had he been caught earlier, it didn't have to be this way. But the worst part was he was not the only one. There were so many people like him, whether it was an infection that could have been easily treated or trauma that could have been treated but wasn't because they had no care. And it really got me thinking who had come here to provide care. And it was just Veronica and I. And I thought about it, before I left, I had two job offers. I had two full-time job offers. And I thought about it, who could replace me in my job? I thousands of other doctors. I wouldn't be missed for a day. I would be replaced in a heartbeat. So I questioned, did I want to use my profession to use it for what it was meant for, bringing sight to people and be the difference between light and darkness for a community that had nowhere to turn? Or did I just want to kind of use it for my own personal purposes and just do the typical? And I decided that, I would like to go help people in underserved communities. And so I turned down my job offers and I ended up staying there for more weeks and did more clinics. And those were actually organized by Rotary. And when I came back, I filled my week up with multiple part-time jobs that allowed me the flexibility to go and serve anywhere I could get connected, and of course, to start paying my student loans and bills. I felt like I just won the lottery. I was healthy, I was educated, and I was free to go and help anywhere someone would have me. From summer camps for inner city kids in New York to helping families in West Virginia and the Appalachians, to helping school kids in California, to helping families and villagers in Africa or India. And one of these trips took me to Haiti. And it was 2010 when I went to Haiti for the first time. Sorry. And uh, I from New York to Miami and met a team at the airport that I had never worked with. And in less than 2 hours, we were in Port-au-Prince, the capital. And it took us 7 hours to cross over here to an area called Fond-des-Blancs. Mountainous, green, lush, dark, no electricity, no running water. Homes were not concrete, unpaved roads, lots of horses and donkeys for transportation. It was just such a different world. And people started, lining up in middle of the night for an eye exam. And the lines were so tremendously long. They would be standing there all day, hungry, without water. And if we tried so hard, we'd work from 7 to 11 p.m. sometimes. And Marty would be operating way past midnight on most of the nights. And we didn't get to them that day, they would sleep on the floor right there, get up the next day, get back in line, and be seen, and then take their animal transport home. It was unbelievable. I kept on returning back to Haiti. It was only a 4-hour direct flight from New York, and I realized the story was much of the same. I kept on teaming up with the same team, started teaming up with many other organizations, and I realized like people were going needlessly blind. There were only a few clinics in the main city, and on the three other main cities, there was one clinic each, and there was no care available in rural areas. Kids like this 6-year-old child who had the mom brought him in with so much hope, had tumor in his left eye that just grew out so badly and took over his face. And we had to tell her that there was no hope. We couldn't save this. It was too late, you know? It was just a sad thing. And it brought, made it so real that, while it felt good what we were doing, it was really not the solution. What they needed was full-time care if we really wanted to help them get eye care. We had to set up a full-time service so when people had problems, they could go get it addressed versus wait for us to show up at our convenience. And, when I came home, I started working on this. I downsized my life, moved out of New York City, and started working hard to pay my student loans off and become debt free. And I brought our team together virtually because none of us were in the same state. And we started working towards the logistics. Who, when, where, like, how can we do this? And in 2015, that time finally arrived, And, one thing was everyone wanted to help, but no one could leave their lives or their jobs and just go, because having a full-time clinic meant training, and training takes time, just like it took us years to train. And so I went down there with a few suitcases filled with equipment I had to buy as a student, and glasses and some medication. And when I got there, there was no clinic waiting for me. The first thing I started doing was training the local staff, giving them lectures, hands-on clinical skills. And, we didn't have a clinic, so we'd be in a hallway or an empty room for that day, being bounced around until I started working to get the clinic built. And this was when the clinic construction started. You can see very bare bones. This was the space hospital kept for themselves. They needed some space. And so they give us this area. We thought we'd put 2 stations, let this be the training area, patient waiting area, some storage area. And when it got done, it was extremely bare bones. The floors, you couldn't sweep them. So much dust would lift up. You'd have to mop them, put water and mop. I found a whiteboard where I would teach on the inside, and I put another one outside and literally hand drew eye clinic on it. And if you look closely, these are steps of an eye exam. We were using every space we had to train. And something simple as paper was so hard to find. I remember on my first trip back, I came and picked up 3 computers, and we created a Word document for each patient as our patient file. And this was the first set of stationary equipment that arrived. The cases were so challenging. I'd be calling my colleagues, asking for help all the time over the terrible sporadic internet we had. And those colleagues found it very hard as well. And so they would be connecting me to many other colleagues, and we all try to put our minds together to figure out what this person had with the minimal diagnostic tools we had and even less treatment options. And before you knew it, companies started collaborating, other doctors started collaborating, and within 2 years, we had to take down all the walls within our clinic, get rid of the patient waiting area, get rid of the storage, and turn it all into one big clinic. And I don't know, big, but one clinic. And we put 11 stations there, and they're so tight back to back. And we got advanced diagnostic equipment to be able to see things our eyes aren't capable of seeing. And we got lasers to be able to start treating conditions that could cause permanent vision loss. And by the end of this last year, we have seen over 132,000, we have done over 132,000 eye exams, giving sight to so many people's kids, mom and dads, families, and grandparents, keeping them independent and saved people from losing sight permanently. Thousands of people from losing sight. And who has really done this is the local team. They've gone through an extensive training program, lectures, hands-on clinical skills, continuing education courses that are accompanied by a test afterwards, and they must pass this test with a 100% score, but are allowed unlimited attempts to reach that score because we want to ensure they know the maximum information possible to take care of the high volumes of complex disease that come to us. And they're doing such a fabulous job. And here you can see them comfortably and confidently providing care. And you can see the clinic has advanced a little bit. Some more nice equipment, shelvings, floors are tiled, medication cabinet, little by little. What you'll notice, we're shelves all over, floor to ceiling, where we can be, and even above our patient stations. We believe strongly in community education and created educational audios that we play outside our clinic of 11 conditions that are commonly encountered, so that way people can detect them early and report to us so we can help them. And we created a computerized application that helps patient visualize their diseases, so it's not just words going over their head. And we noticed little kids were coming in permanently blind. And this, we realize this is due to them being born prematurely. When you are born prematurely and you get the oxygen that helps you survive, that causes you to go bleed inside the eyeball. And no one can see that because it's happening on the inside. And so you have to be a trained professional to be able to actually look in that inside. So we started a program where we screen over 1,500 babies and treat about 50 or so babies. And if we didn't do that, it would be a life of dependency and loneliness from the very beginning. It would be such an unfortunate thing for that child and a massive burden on the family. And this led us to start our pediatric vision screening program for all kids born at normal birth age, from birth to 19. And we did this with a US aid grant. And to get a US aid grant, you have to you have to go through a massive background check, individuals as well as the organization. And we did that, and and when that grant ended, we didn't stop these programs, we kept them going. So we're doing a lot of great work at a very low cost. But we ran into a crisis. The hospital that houses our clinic asked us to vacate and needs us to vacate by 2027, and end of 2027. And so, we were basically at crossroads. You create a new facility or you shut down all the services. We took this out to the community, and the community said to me that these youngsters we have trained are doing such an amazing job for not just people around here. People come from everywhere to get care. And they said, look at the equipment you have. We've never seen something like this. If we lose this, we don't know when we'll get this back. So they identified land. They found land, and they found the landowner being a family that left Haiti about 45 years ago. And they connected us. And after 4 or so months of talking, the family came down and evaluated our work, and they loved it. And they transferred the land in our name at a low cost. And in June, we received the land title in our name. So we have the land. We have the equipment. We have an amazing local team. And we even have Architects Without Borders designing for us for the last year. And what we're trying to do is build this clinic. And when we build this clinic, we're going to add a clinic, and then eventually we'll add a surgical space and an optical. So an optical, right now we charge starting at less than $2 for a pair of glasses. And when someone has a need and can't afford it, we reduce that cost or give it to them at no cost. but there is a small population that can pay more, and we want to be able to tap into that to have more financial stability. And something interesting about constructing in Haiti, all the construction materials come from the US. So whatever cost you pay in your hardware stores, add a shipping fee to Miami, another to Haiti, another from the Haiti's port, the port it arrives at to our clinic, and then a customs fee for whatever items you're bringing in. So it adds to the cost. And also, there is no grid. So all the solutions have to be non-grid present solution, like solar, generators, battery, inverters for electric, well, rainwater collection, septic. I mean, and the thing about creating a clinic, it's not your home. It's not like you can go dark one day. You can't. You have to have redundancy and backups in your system. So in middle of cataract surgery, the lights can't go out. You'll blind the person. Or a laser or an injection, that can't happen. So you need to make sure you have the system working well and a backup and a backup of backup. So it makes the costs go up. Our nonprofit is a 100% volunteer run team. Nobody takes a single penny for anything, not transportation, not reimbursements for accommodation or anything. I lived there for about 5 years in a row after 2015, and now I go back and forth. And when I'm back in the US, I work to support myself as well as the clinic. And you hear a lot of negative news about Haiti. I will just give you the inner viewpoint. That what you hear about is Port-au-Prince and its immediate surrounding area. Rest of the country is calm and quiet and safe. Unfortunately, it gets a terrible rep because of what's happening in Port-au-Prince because it's the political and the economic center. But we have never had to even contemplate shutting our clinic down. The economy suffers tremendously because it's the economic center. We were having trouble getting our shipment. We found another port. We use that. It costs us a little bit more, but it works out. So how can you help in all of this? I would say if you can help spread the word to anybody you know in your individual network, you think may be interested in this, may be able to help with this in any way, someone who owns a generator company, solar company, anything. If you can help spread the words in your clubs around you, that would be very appreciated, or in your district, and inspire others to hear about this work. And if for any individual or the club, if you want to support, you can support any level that feels comfortable to you. A day of service at our clinic, or our comprehensive exams that we give, or any of our pediatric programs. And we also do training programs. One thing new we're going to start this year, in addition to breaking ground, our goal is to break ground this year. But one thing new we're going to do is we're going to start a school vision screening program. And it's going to be a unique one. It's going to have three components: patient and parent education days. It's going to have, we're going to create a vision club in each of the 4 school systems that we work with, in the high schools of those systems. And what we're going to do is take these high schoolers and teach them how to detect conditions, become sort of like vision community health workers, and then teach them some small steps of a vision screening, meaning checking someone's vision. And the third, our team is going to screen, but we're going to use these high schoolers to jump in on that and practice their skills, because we hope when they grow up and get out in the world, become adults, become parents, they become sight savers in their community, and they can detect conditions early and encourage people to get care before it's too late. And so these are different ways you can give, and I'll share a PDF of this PowerPoint with you so that way I can easily email it to you. And I want to say thank you for having me. I have a couple of quick videos that I can show you that can give you a visual of what's happening. Shall I just do it from here?
Yes, please.
Yeah? Okay, so just give me a moment to get those up. Sorry, my computer is being slow. Just waiting for it to start. Oh, wait. To play with another. It's just not wanting to play. Just spin in. Sorry, I don't know. My thing is not playing. Okay, let's try it with media player. I don't know. It's not playing. I'm not sure why. I have it locally, but sometimes my computer just takes time. Let's stop this share. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know how to navigate this. It's blocking my view.
It's been 8 now. It's been 8 9 years since I've been coming to the Fontainebleau Eye Clinic. If it wasn't for this eye clinic, I would have been blind. I will not be seen at all. Thanks to the eye clinic's team. Right now, I can walk. I can see. Without this care, I would have needed someone to hold my hand. It's made a huge difference to my life. Thanks to grace of the eye clinic for the blood. And I take a shoot and the entire team. I thank them all. Thank you.
Well, we're not muted.
Sorry.
Can we ask you questions? If anybody has any? Does anybody have any questions?
Not playing well through my computer. I think my computer needs to shut down and restart.
Okay. Well, how about if anybody's got any questions, we can ask you questions and you can
Yeah,
shoot us an email
absolutely.
with that PDF would be fantastic. Does
Yeah,
anybody
yeah. I'll email you the links and the PDF as well.
Does anybody have any questions? I don't think anybody has any questions, but I'll make a comment. So I have a glaucoma tube in my left eye that regulates the pressure in my eye. It was really interesting. I actually also had bleeding in both my eyes that they had to evacuate, but it was the scariest thing in the world to not be able to see after 50 years. And literally just all I could see was light or dark. So I'm super thankful for what you guys are doing because I can only imagine being there and not having the medical care that we have. And so it's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's very challenging, and the terrain is just so sort of like you could see in that lady's home. It's not easy. It's not an easy terrain. I mean, you don't realize how important vision is till you start losing it.
Yep.
It's
Well,
very
we appreciate your time and thank you very much for speaking to us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it, and I'll send this to you, and would love to come back and give you guys some updates.
Awesome. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.
Right. Really?
Today's quote comes from Brian Stolas, and it is, community is much more than belonging to something. It's about doing something together that makes belonging matter.
Go out and belong. Adios.
Go to the next thing.